We interrupt this program to bring you a message from Satan.
As you know, I am in the Epstein files over 1 million times. No other president can say that. Not Sleepy Joe or Obama, who lives rent-free in my dementia-rattled mind. I don't know Jeffrey Epstein unless you count being his best friend for over 15 years, flying on his jet, going to his island and assaulting women and children. I'll suck the farts out Putin's ass and start World War III before I release the unredacted files. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President DJT.
I'm Pam Bondi, and I approve this message.
To ever accuse me of a crime, that's a white woman, a white woman. A meth-faced bitch, and she gets sky high. That's a white woman, a white woman. Under oath, and she still gon' lie. That's a white woman, a white woman. Gave Donnie Cyber just to keep her job. When it's all over, she won't even get a charge. That's a white woman, a white woman. A white woman, a white woman.
You said just comply, don't ask why. Follow orders, you'll be fine. Back the blues, the badge don't lie. Now ICE killing white people and you want us to cry. ICE kicking in your door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was America ain't free no more. American born no longer applies. Same advice, motherfucker, comply or die. Fresh off the pole, motherfuckers with an attitude. No papers, no English, anti-black and rude. You POC, but you wanna be YT. Seat at the table, as an equal you'll never be. Came to this country off the civil rights side. Get your money up, then stab us in the back. You hate us, but you need us. Gotta make it make sense. When it comes to the whites, y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents.
I said what I said, lo dije y que I meant what I said, lo sostendré. I don't give a fuck how you feel, no me importa cómo te sientas. If you voted for Trump, rest in peace, paz en paz.
Hey, you guys, welcome to For the People podcast. I am your host, Vision X, and this show is for the people, by the people, to bring power back to the people. I am joined by our architect himself, Trey Rich.
What's cracking, y'all? How we feeling on this hump day?
Oh, yeah, it feels like it. And also, what I'm going to do is put the chat right here so that way everybody can see it. So be free to chime in. And also, I'm going to do one more other thing as well, because we had a very good positive response yesterday. You weren't here, Trey, but one of our viewers just chimed in. They clicked the link and came in, and we had a good conversation. So I'm going to add that link again, and I will add it. What I'll start doing is adding it at the beginning of the show, and then once we come back from commercial break, we'll do it again. All you can do is click on the link. I'll go ahead and add you in. So click on the link. That way we can, have a conversation and talk to you guys. Remember, FTP is for all of us. It's not just for your main panelists of co-hosts up here. It's all for us to be here. So just want to let you guys know this. Also, in addition, just to give a shout out and say hello to Democracy, K is my name, KK Flow, Germany, Claire Greer, Blue, Hun Gaming, the first time here. Hey, it is your first time here. Nice to see you. S. Dupree, Trey Rich Live.
Hey.
And J May 28. So if you're joining us from any other platforms like Twitch and Rumble, if you do type in a comment and it doesn't come through, just make sure to go to YouTube and you can type it in there and we'll see it. Also, people say, "Oh, we watched your show, but you didn't give us a shout out." Please remember, okay? Please remember, we only see the numbers. We don't actually see like if you're here or not. So if you don't put a comment in the comment section to say, "Hey, you're here," we don't get to see that you're here. Hey, Jason, nice to see you. T Coop and Lady G4. So we're going to get started with the show. I thought this SNL skit was pretty good. They did an SNL skit on Caroline Levitt, and you know, I worked with white women like this, and trust me, Caroline Levitt is not an exaggeration. This is exactly how they are, especially when I was in Kansas and Missouri. They act just like this. Take a look.
Okay, you friggin' vultures, what dumbass questions do you have for me today? And remember, you're lucky we're even letting you ask questions.
Is the president using the justice system for his own personal vendettas against the Democrats?
Okay, first of all, fix your tone. Second of all, if the president hates someone, you should hate them too. That's how this works. Okay? Like, for example, the president hates you. And honestly, given all the attitude you just gave me, same. Next question.
The president says he will release the Epstein files, but critics are concerned that the documents will be heavily redacted.
If you were in the Epstein files, wouldn't you want them redacted too? Seriously, what kind of woke rat brain question was that? Embarrassing. Next.
Will the president be apologizing for calling a reporter piggy?
Would you all rather he say stuff like that behind your backs?
I think we'd all rather you not say that kind of stuff at all.
Oh, really? I guess you also hope that he does the things that he says he's gonna do? I mean, like, grow up, piss brains.
Please don't call me that.
That's what you sound like. It's embarrassing. Grow up, loser. And while you're at it, why don't you take a shower? Because everyone here says you stink.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't.
Next.
Do you think saying that Democrats should be hung could incite violence?
Oh my God. It's like you can't even threaten people with death anymore. Seriously, everyone, lighten up.
Could you elaborate on that?
Do you want to die? Do you? I'm kidding. Or am I? Last cue, and hurry up.
After a long day of gaslighting and spinning the truth to fit your narrative, how do you live with yourself?
I'm very pretty.
And we're reaching somebody said this is literally her, and another person says 100% accurate. I thought it was actually her. When I tell you, oh my God, when I used to, you know what's funny? Because everybody said, "Oh, you always talk about Kansas and Missouri." I am going to continue talking about Kansas and Missouri until the cows come home, okay? Because
that's what you know.
I'm telling you, that's how they are. That's Caroline Levitt, Christy Noam, Pam Bondi. You got these, I don't care about, you got these illiterate white bitches that shouldn't be in these positions. They don't have no experience, no degrees. They will get the position just based off them being white, and they come in with the worst attitude ever. And I'll just sit there like, you obviously don't know what you're doing. Obviously you don't. And I mean, that's what you have to deal with on a daily basis. I want to know if anybody else in the comments, have you had, these things where, these type of bosses at work? And Trey, what about you?
These white women, just a white woman, it's a white woman. Like, just like the advertisement, like white women are insane. But like what's wild and what I can respect sometimes is they stand 10 toes down in that shit. Like they really don't give a fuck. Like one of my first jobs was working at the Gap, and my manager was just a white woman that would really just delegate things to do. She didn't know how to do them, and then she would always come out of the back sniffling. I didn't realize what that was until like
till now.
Till now, I was like, "You're not sick." And you weren't sniffling earlier, but like now you've got this drip going on. Like, what is happening, Carol? Like,
and then when they'll sit there and they'll get upset at you, like you're the problem. I'm like, no, you went back there to snort some coke. Let's call it what it is. You're doing G, you're doing Molly, you're doing all these things back there. Some, especially in Kansas, meth was big. It's still big right now. What do they call it? Tina, Crystal, what's her name?
Tina, they call it Chris. They call it clear. I've heard it called so many things, and it's wild how popular it is. Like you just bump into people and they're just like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this." Like you're just gonna do that? Like right here in front of me, in front of oh, okay,
and
okay.
they don't even care. That's what gets me. It's like they don't even care. And I would sit there and I would look at them like, really? But then they'll be quick. Oh, let somebody on TV do drugs or something, or they get caught. Oh my God. Then I said, no. The problem is they only vilify black people. And I said, that's a very small fraction. I said, when I was in Kansas, the biggest drug dealers were white boys, hands down.
Man.
And even when the cops came to their house and like there was a drug bust, the cops would take the money if they paid them, and they would continue to let them sell drugs. I had two white friends that somebody would always call the cops on them because people knew what they were doing, and the cops, as long as they got their cut, they didn't give a shit. That's why I tell you, this whole administration, law and order, this shit is bullshit. Because this is how it is. When white folks see the law, they will apply all the bad things to the people they don't like. So the blacks, the Muslims, the Latins. But then with the white folks, what you're starting to see with all these leniencies and pardons and stuff, they apply the good part to the white people. I said, this is why they can get away with stuff, or they don't even get stuff on their records. Right. I said, we've seen so many cases this past few months where there has been white dudes that have literally raped women or something, and literally it's on videotape, it was filmed, the people have witnessed it. Community service. 30 days in jail.
I am not surprised.
Probation. I'm just like, that's why I said the law. I tell everybody the law in the United States is bullshit.
It's absolute bullshit. Because remember, it used to be illegal to smoke and have weed, but now they figured out how to make money off of it. Suddenly, it's legal. So, it's fine. Yeah, you can even travel with it now because they're making money off of it. If it happens to be something that they can't like put their hands in, oh, it's illegal. Just like being black and having your own business and having your own towns, that was illegal to them. Like, oh no, we can't tap into this. Got to burn it down.
Yeah, it's really, it's really sad. And I'm just sitting here like, are y'all serious? Like, but that's why I don't argue with nobody, especially white folks. I tell everybody I'm not arguing with you about something that is clear as day. We're just gonna call it what it is. I mean, that's what y'all do.
Like, how have we even let it get to this point of them playing in our faces? How did it get this far? Like, how did it get this far? Because like at this point they think it's fine just to do. Like, Pam Bondi can just stand. How dare you accuse me of a crime? Like what?
Literally her, and she sit here and lie. This is the problem. This woman is sitting here stealing money. She stole $200 million. Let's just call it what it is. The lady stole $200 million. Now I don't care what nobody says. She created a company. In 8 days, it made $200 million that was transferred from our taxpayer dollars to her business. I'm telling you, they are lining their pockets. And I'm telling you, if he doesn't win, because he's not. I keep telling everybody, he's not going to give up the presidency. Y'all thought January 6th is bad. Everybody's out here acting like Demi Moore and Dabble Light, like this is the movie Ghost, and doing paintings and shit. I'm telling y'all not ready. You're not ready. I'm telling you, he is not giving this up. I don't know how many times I got to say that. I even told people with the midterms. I said the midterms. You just seen what happened in Texas. How they was rejecting people's votes.
Right. And that is crazy work. Crazy. Like, and then. Like nobody's doing anything about it. Like it just passed and it just flew on by.
Yeah. Like, and they're just like, oh well, like we don't care. So it's just, it's just the way things are right now. Trey, is there any comments in the comment section before we go on to the next topic?
Nope, not at the moment. They're just saying hello, welcoming y'all people in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the next topic. This is just a segment called Black People Leave Us Alone, but also at the same time, I think a lot of us Black people, we need to fix some things as well. There was a video that was really disturbing that was posted recently. And so I want you to take a look at these videos and we will be right back.
No, ma'am, can you just get away? Can you just get away? Because I'm coming to my car and you're walking up to my car and I'm scared. You're scaring me! You're scaring me! Ah! You're scaring me! You and your husband are scaring me! Ah! Get away from me! me. No,
Ah!
I said this was
reverse.
I said this was priceless. Somebody says, I know she mad. You did her first. And then this is another video now. This is going to these black Boonquisha type women. I'm getting sick of this shit in the black community.
Did you say
Because y'all doing Boonquisha. Because this video really pissed me off. So I want you to take a look. We'll be right back.
On the ground. Lay on the ground.
Lay on the ground.
Man, stop. Put your hands behind your back.
That's my son. I wanted you all to come so he could leave me the alone. He don't got a gun. I wanted y'all to come to keep
One to 10.
Bro. He don't got no gun.
Why would you say that on 911 on a recorded line?
Crazy. Bro, what the bro, I don't got no.
What if we were shot him, man?
Huh? What the bro?
Hands behind your back.
That's what you get for being mother. This is stuff you was reaching in your pocket, so bitch, I didn't know what you had.
2 to 10, code 4, slowing anybody else down. Let's
Just
go.
say he didn't have it.
I'm gonna sit you. Oh, there you go, bro. Okay, you understand that for me, okay? Hold on, I need you to help me out. Yeah, I got you. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
That shit aggravating.
Sit down.
Tired of his ass. You need to get him from around my house, man.
Sit down. You have to evict him.
Huh?
You'd have to evict him.
I just want to sure. Yep. Hey, man, they always fight. Okay.
So one person in the comments says, hold up, so people can actually go to jail for lying when they actually call 911? Then how come, ... never mind. You already know what that meant. And with that happening, this happened recently. So Rick Child, Columbia, South Carolina gas station owner charged with killing 14-year-old Cyrus Cormac Belton in 2023 was denied a stand your ground defense by Richland County judge. Prosecutors say Child chased and shot the teen in the back after accusing him of stealing water. Later finding out he never stole anything, Rich's bond remains denied. That judge is doing the Lord's work. And this is why I tell you, that video right there with the black mom, this is why I say, we had, Clara was our viewer that was on yesterday. And she asked a question, how can we band together and everything? I said, we are too divided. I said, we just got to start chipping, certain people to come in that we know that we can build our network, because that's what we're doing here. But I said, we're too divided. You have that black mom with that ghetto Boonquisha attitude, screaming and yelling and that the shit that y'all see on TV, the Baddies Girl Club and the Housewives, that shit is reality TV. They get paid to act like buffoons.
They really do.
This is real life. Like her son could have got shot because she said that he had a gun, and she didn't even care. That's the problem with the black community. We have some. I'll tell you this: when it comes to black people, are the only ones where I fuck with over the percentage. But when it comes to black people, I say I'm at a 60-40 split. I mess with 60% of black people, but 40% I don't. If when you got percentages, one of the percentages is you have big ghetto Boonquishas and Tyrones and all that shit, gangbangers and breaking into people's houses and stuff like that, just trifling. On the other end of it, what you have is the whitewash, Tim Scotts and Candace Owens and Hodge twins and light skinned this and so you have a good chunk of us that we just can't mess with. And I don't know if you picture this. One thing that made sense was Wakanda, Black Panther. I don't think people really paid attention to it because they had a shield where they blocked themselves out from society, right? And it was for centuries. So some of them came out and they helped, certain things in that nature. But with that type of power, they could have stopped the slave trade, but they didn't. You see what I mean? So they isolated because they was like, you can't save everybody. This was a clear example of you just can't save everybody. There's black people you're just going to have to let go. It's just the way that is. And then in addition to that, there were some Africans that was talking about something earlier, and we'll talk about this in a minute. But I told them, I said, you got Africans that can't even, do that type of stuff in terms of, hold on for a second.
Mm-hmm. How we doing, people?
Sorry about that. I hate when he does that. That shit's so irritating.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's just this loud because the mic picks up sound. Like, why would you do that? Anyways, I want to see what you guys thought about these videos. Trey, what you think?
But like calling the police on your own child is diabolical. Like,
Yes.
and we know what police do. We know what police do. Does she know? I don't think she understands like the magnitude of what really could have happened as soon as the police pulled up. Like,
Yes.
how would she feel if immediately shot, son's dead?
She don't care.
Like,
She didn't care. You look how she was talking, even when they arrested her. Yeah, I told him not to do that. I'm telling you, growing up in a house full of women, black women too, as well. I wasn't just raised by white folks, also, raised in a house black women. That shit is not cute, y'all. Y'all gotta stop that. That ghetto Shaquita Shanae shit, keep that shit on TV. Watch it on TV, but don't put that in your real life. And that's what gets me. It's like she thought it was cute. Even the cops was like, so he could have been shot for that. I don't care. Black people, we got work to do. We got work to do.
literally like that. Like, that's some generational shit. Like, she must be like, she ain't trust no men. She didn't even trust her goddamn son. That's crazy. That's real crazy. And then the other video, the Uno reverse part is kind of brilliant.
She was screaming. Ah! I was like, yo.
Performance.
It scared their ass, didn't it? You see the white woman, they start backing up her and her husband. I was like, leave us the fuck alone.
Please, leave us
We're
alone.
not trying to be around y'all. We're not trying to be, but just leave us alone. But they don't understand that. You're trying to talk to people that can't comprehend. You're trying to talk to people that don't have any common sense. It's not processing. So they can't process that. That's why I said this integration thing, now that I'm starting to look at it, maybe it was a bad thing. Because when we were on our own, we did better on our own.
It was a terrible thing.
Yes. And
Terrible
I'm telling you, and I said, but the thing is, if we're on our own, they're going to make up some, how they lie so fucking much. They lie so much, even Jesus Christ is believing their lies. That's the problem. And I get to the point of it's like, so if we build our own stuff, they ain't going to do nothing but tear it down. That's what they would do. And you would just sit there and look at them like, really? And, speaking of something, this girl had a good talk about in terms of like Africans and stuff. So I want to show you guys this as well. She has something to say about it, and I want you guys to take a look. We'll be right back.
I love how everybody's mad about Shabuzi, but you guys all attack Miss Georgie when she tells you all the time that African kids, we're from the same place. Me and Shabuzi come from the same village. Igbo babes, Igbo people. African kids, I grew up with African parents who raised me under racist ideologies for Black Americans. When I talk about it, you guys say I'm pandering to Black Americans. I was raised to believe that we Africans were better than Black Americans. We work harder. Black Americans are lazy. Black Americans are just all vagabonds. When I tell these truths, you guys try to silence me because you want me to fall into line and lie because it sounds good. I don't know how to do that. I'm always going to speak the truth. Immigrants come to this country and think they're better than the motherfuckers who sacrificed to build. You get what I'm saying? Immigrants come here. I love how everybody's mad about Shabuzi, but you guys all attack Miss Georgie when she tells you all the time that African kids, we're from the same place. Me and Shabuzi come from the same village. Igbo babes, Igbo people. African kids, I grew up with African parents who raised me under racist ideologies for Black Americans. When I talk about it, you guys say I'm pandering to Black Americans. I was raised to believe that. I love how everybody's mad about Shabuzi. Holy shit, I forgot 21 Savage is not Black. But I swear to God, when I be telling you the Caribbeans and Africans, they cosplay Black people like it's nothing. 21 Savage is not Black. Oh my God. That's how good he cosplays Black people. Holy shit, I forgot 21 Savage is not Black. But I swear to God, when I be telling you the Caribbeans and Africans, they cosplay Black people like it's nothing. 21. I love how you guys are all liars. You know what I love about being African and not looking or sounding African is that I have experienced racism from Africans not knowing that I'm African. I've traveled Africa. I've traveled. See, I'm well cultured. I'm well traveled, right? And everybody assumes that I'm Black American. And most times I don't try to correct them because I want to see how they perceive me. I want to see how they treat me. They treat me differently until they figure out that I'm African. Until I put my foot down and be like, my guy, now me African bad girl, I be Nigeria baby, relax. I have experienced racism from immigrants in Africa because they thought I was a kata. So again, you guys can lie because it makes you feel good because you know now the truth is coming out. But like I said, a lot of you immigrants, I love how you guys are all liars. You know what I love about being to FBAs, stop being nice. Y'all don't need to be the bigger person or rise above. If anybody from any of these immigrant countries, including mine, Nigeria, insult your people, please walk them through the mud and remind them how it's 2026 and they don't have 24-hour electricity. They have to fucking pay for data. Remind them that they don't have fucking streets. Remind them that they walk through the fucking mud. Please Google their fucking location and remind them where they fucking come from. I'm sick of y'all making videos talking about how y'all rising above. Bitch, when they go low, take the elevator to the fucking bottom. That's why they keep playing with y'all. You know, one of the things that made me...
So I'm gonna read one of the comments. Somebody says, well, I'll read two of them. Somebody says the white man did a number on all Black people. Another person says, I work with African supervisors, and let's just say she's not lying. And then I want to give a shout out to our first super chat and actually donation of the day, Angela Howard. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yes.
We appreciate it. And and I want to reiterate what she says. Now, there was this woman named Amanat that I used to work with at one of my previous employers who was African. When I tell you, nobody liked this bitch. Nobody. She had the nastiest attitude, rolling her eyes. She's from Nigeria, and it's not just that. You remember the old dudes I used to hang around with, the African dudes on it? Those funny acting ass niggas. They the same way. And this what gets me about people from Africa. How can you run from your country? Because most of them that are coming over now, they ran because they're in war, poverty, disease ridden. So I'm like, okay, if you guys are so great and shit, why didn't you go build that shit over there in Africa? Oh, you couldn't because people that look like you were fucking each other up. So y'all brought your uppity asses over here to talk about foundational Black Americans, and without us, just how we do the Middle Easterns and Asians and Latins, just how we do with you guys, this is how it is. At the end of the day, if you were so great, you should have built that shit over there. Why come over here and do that shit over here? And Black people, because of the Civil Rights Act, because of the Immigration Reform Act, y'all wouldn't even be here. And y'all so disrespectful. And that's why when the ICE race is happening with Somalians, I'm like, whatever. And we see some, and most of the people, most people in the comments agree with us because they're like, shit, they don't want to be here. They want to vote for their own oppression, send their goofy asses back there. You cannot help a group of people that don't want to help themselves. I'm just keeping it real with you, because how do you vote for your own oppression? You're forgetting that you're Black. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. They don't care about Somalian or if you're Nigerian or you're South African. You're Black. So when they sit there and say, "Oh, I'm different," how? And just to see those videos that we played last time, where Somalians is like, "Oh, do I look Black?" Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Trey, what do you think?
Yeah. So it's wild to me to just so. I don't understand why they think they're better than us when they still take our culture. Like, everybody in the world, including Africans, and then who? If you go over to Africa, there's white people running them. There's white people running them. It's wild. So to think they think they're better than us, still being run by white people and being colonized over there. Okay, girl. If that's how you feel, and it's wild because even the ones that we know, they come here and try to do all the American things. Like they don't come over here bringing their culture. Even like they don't come over here like, oh, let me start this African or Nigerian business. Let me bring this over here. Again, they come over here and they assimilate. yet talk about what they're assimilating to. Like they want our style. They want they want to infiltrate our music. They again, it's wild to see the kettle calling the pot black and being
Yes.
mad about it.
Yes. And that's what gets me about that is that I'm like, if you don't like us, why are you here?
Right. Why are you here?
Hopper, Hopper, who's this woman? That's what you got to say. Who this woman, Hopper? That's what you got to say, because you're like, why the fuck are y'all here? You don't like black foundational Black Americans. Y'all talk shit about it. And it's people, and we've played a video before where they was like, oh, well, the Black people over there, they teach you how to know, don't trust them and don't trust them. And I said, well, they do the same thing from us over there, talking about shithole countries. It flies on your eyes. That's how I got flies on your eyes from back then. They always just had that Sarah McLachlan sing that sad song, and they would show the yes.
Just the one bug. Swat your eye. Swat your eye.
They be having the bellies be out here. They be having the big heads. They be having flies on them. It be all these huts and stuff. And I said, they make y'all look like that, but black people here were intelligent enough to say, okay, we know that ain't how it's really happening over there in Africa. We know that they got some good stuff over there. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some places in Africa that do look like that, but they made the entire continent look like that, and it wasn't the case. Right. But when I see an uppity ass African that comes over here and act like they're not intelligent enough to decipher things, but they come over here with that attitude, I'm sorry, you're still unintelligent to me. You might have gotten lucky to become a doctor or whatever you is, but you're still stupid around everything else. That's why when shit happens to them, I stand back and stand by.
That part, like, okay, the big question is, why are you over here? Why are you here? Why are you here?
Exactly, and that's why I be telling them, I was like, at the end of the day, I mean, if you don't want to be here, this goes to all the Africans. If you don't want to be here, you don't like Black people, take your ass right back over there to Africa. Now, to the cool Africans, I have some cool African friends. If y'all want to, come up here and be positive, whatever, cool. And most of them are pretty cool for the most part. But I mean, foundational Black Americans is really all y'all have, because when some shit happens to y'all ass, we the ones that's out there marching for y'all. And that's why I tell our foundational Black Americans, stop marching for those motherfuckers. They don't like us. They don't want to be here. Take your black asses right back over there to where they got what's going on, Congo and Uganda. They still got Black people over there murdering and killing each other to give their resources to France and UK and Germany and America.
Yes, at an alarming rate, way more than we would even be close to doing over here.
Exactly. That's why I said, why would we sit here and why would I be worried about y'all? Y'all can't even get your shit together over there in Africa. That's why your whole family and your lineage is running. And this is not for all Africans, but this is for a good majority of them that bring their asses over here with that uppity attitude. Y'all can't even fix the shit over there. And then have the nerves to come over here with a bad attitude, like we're the problem. We're not the ones fucking y'all up over there. That's the white folks. And then you guys are, oh, the white man, they gave us some fruit. The white man, they gave us some jollof. I don't give a fuck what they gave you. You cannot come over here and act like you're intelligent, and y'all can't even get your shit together in your own backyard. And then have the nerves to talk about some Black Americans. Take your ass right back over there. I could care less how people feel about it, get upset. You can go call Jesus Christ and talk to him about it. If you praise Satan, you can talk to him and say what the fuck I said. I don't care. My thing is, if you don't like it here, stay over there. And I'm gonna read some. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Angela Howard says, "You are absolutely right. I told some stupid Black immigrants to stop talking shit in our house." Claire says, "Exactly, Trey. Yeah, because white was so damn good to them. They chose the devil over their own." Shaking my damn head. K's my name says they want to be the head Blacks here over us. I wonder if that's what the government was up to originally, because they go along to get along. Not all of them, but enough of them. Ooh, that was a good one. K's my name. That was really good. I like that. Oh, before we go to the next one, Angela Howard says they all forget that Black people fought to help them. Oh, sorry. That Black people fought to help them get to America. This is facts. This is facts. It's just like, I mean, if you don't like us, why the fuck are you here? And speaking of some other things, because we're having a lot of stuff talking about the Black community today, because we need to work on ourselves. When Claire came on the show yesterday, you weren't here. She asked some good questions, and I was like, we got to work on ourselves first. We know how the white folks gonna be. We know how the Middle Eastern, the Asians, the Latins, they can't get along with them fucking selves, let alone like us. We got to get our shit together first. We got to band together first. And I'm 100% in regards to that. So that's why we're talking about a lot of Black issues today. And this next video, this girl was talking about the clubbing culture. And I know that I know that you're over in West Hollywood area, so you still go to a lot of the clubs. I really don't. I don't fuck with a lot of people like that. So we're going to take a look at this video, and we will be right back. Stay tuned.
This sister just cooked and said something very profound while coming up with the challenge to stop smoking, drinking, clubbing, and being lustful. Watch this clip.
I challenge y'all to stop smoking, stop drinking, stop partying, and stop being lustful. Just try it, because once you do, you're going to realize something nobody warned you about. You actually have nothing in common with a lot of people you're surrounded by. Stay with me. Meaning, some relationships only survive on distraction, alcohol, sex, nightlife, trauma bonding, and vices. Take those away and there's no substance left. No depth, no purpose, no real connection. And let's be real, a lot of the stuff people are doing anyway is sin. The Bible already told us that. Lust, drunkenness, living for pleasure. It says the flesh wants what goes against the spirit, and that's Galatians 5:17. So when you stop feeding the flesh, everything starts getting exposed. That's why people get uncomfortable when you start changing. It's not because you think you're better. It's because your sobriety exposes what they're using to cope. When you remove the noise, you start hearing truth, and truth is quiet. You start realizing that you don't laugh at the same things anymore. You don't crave the same environments anymore. You don't want conversations that go nowhere anymore. Not because you're boring, but because you're awake. The Bible says, come out from among them and be separate. And that's in 2 Corinthians 6:17. Meaning growth requires separation. Some people were never meant to grow with you. They were only meant to distract you until you got serious. And let's be honest, a lot of people do not like you changing because it forces them to look at themselves. When you stop partying, you realize how empty it was. When you stop lusting, you realize how much it controlled you. When you stop numbing yourself, you realize how much pain you were avoiding. And not everybody is ready to sit with themselves. So yeah, when you start choosing discipline, your circle gets smaller. But it gets real. Because peace costs you people, clarity costs you company, and obedience costs you access. But what you gain is your mind back, your purpose back, your authority back. And that's the fair trade. Sit with that.
She said a lot of profound things.
Somebody read some of the comments. Somebody says, when you remove the noise, you start hearing the truth. Another person says, over 3 years, no alcohol, 2 years, no sex, 2 months, no weed, and I was never a club girl. God is good. Another person says, she is so correct. When I stopped doing all that, I'm constantly alone. No friends come around anymore. You know what? I'm gonna do you one better. COVID. You remember I told you in COVID, I said when COVID happened, I said, Trey, these relationships are not going to last. These friendships are not going to last. These people saying I love you and stuff, and it's not going to last. And what happened? There was no more parties. There was no more alcohol because you couldn't just go to the liquor store. A lot of stuff was shut down. And you had to really sit there and talk to people and without any outside influences. You have to sit there and you start to see, I don't like this person. We don't have much in common. Why am I hanging around this person? And almost every relationship that I've seen, friendship or after dating them, ended. And I said, you mean to tell me I didn't see that shit? I told everybody, I said, I could see that shit a mile away. I knew that y'all weren't really friends. You would see people, and out here in fake ass LA, that's why I call it fake ass LA. These people will have secret chats and text messages, and they would just sit there and talk about people that they've been knowing for 5 years, 10 years. And so I said, you guys, these are not friends. I've literally seen people, I've literally seen a friends group, and you know who I'm talking about. They literally plotted to get another person broken up so the other person in the crew can be with that person. And then when they got the person out, then they started talking about all their business. Oh, they out here escorting. Oh, I was like, really? I thought that was y'all road dog. I thought
that was y'all homie.
I said, got it. I said, this is why I tell you, everybody. I said, even when I went to the club, what was it, a few weeks ago, I just didn't see nothing. It was a bunch of people. Nearly everybody in there was high. They was on. Most of the people, they don't have no shame. They'll just do the coke right in front of you. They'll do it right in front. Don't give a fuck. They don't go to the bathroom like they used to. They would do the coke right there. They would take the pill right there. Some of them would shoot up right there with a needle, and they don't care. They'll do it right in front of you.
Shooting up is crazy work.
What do you think about all this?
Man, I've oh, actually, first of all, shout out because we just got 2 super chats. We got one from Clara Greer. Yes.
Hey, thanks, Claire.
Yes, that was from Claire. And then we also got one from Angela Howard.
Hey, thanks, Angela. We appreciate it.
Yes.
And I think they got a comment. Claire says NWA niggas with accents, facts. And Angela, she says COVID really woke a lot of people up. This is why I say it really did. And you had to sit there with these people and find out that they don't fuck with you like that. They never did. Trey, what do you think?
So it's a double-edged sword because like I'm somebody who does operate in just like the depth of people and like real relationships, and like a lot of people know me as just like a guy that actually does a lot of things and helps a lot of people. And then there's also the side of me that is into nightlife because, you know, if you think about it, Jesus didn't just move it in the positive places. He did go to the dark spaces to heal and to uplift people. So like I feel like me as a person, I am supposed to operate in both spaces. But I've seen not only like the messy side, but like the good side of people starting to get it together when like, they did have to slow down during COVID. Like there were a lot of people just like doing a bunch of crazy shit, and then COVID like slowed them down, made them have a breakdown, some of them, and then they really had to like figure out what their life is. It was good for some of those people. And then also I saw a lot of people try to figure out just like new ways to live. Like for me, COVID, like not even just like the party stuff, COVID kind of taught me how to not be such a sheep when it comes to like working for people or just going into like the workforce and just expecting the bare minimum and just kind of not going into it as if you're the prize, as if, you know, that job is the prize. That's just not the way to like see it. Like these corporations, the moment you are not something that is like of huge like benefit to them, they will just toss you to the wayside and not look back twice, not give a fuck about anything about you. So it just really helped me to repurpose my focus and be like, I need to be focused about me. Like I don't need to just sit here at this job because I need somebody here. I need to be focused on where I need to be next. Because this thing here will evaporate the moment they find a replacement or some type of AI situation for you. So I think it was really a wake-up call for like the corporate world. Like they can't really, I mean they can because there's a lot of people that are still sheep, but like a lot of us have really woken up to see we ain't got to do that shit like the way. And what's crazy, it really, for me, it got me to look back at like how I was brought up as a child. Like as children, they put us in schools to put us basically into a machine. They don't bring us up to be free thinkers. Like being a free thinker doesn't benefit the system. So like we were all basically a factory product, and now we're all trying to dismantle that. You know, and at this big age, I feel like the last 10 years, I've learned the most about myself because it was when I realized like, oh, wait, the Bible that we were studying was a lie. The church that I was going to was a lie. The schooling that I was taught was like, there's so many things that like I personally would walk through life thinking was truth. Come to find out it was all lies and deceit.
Yeah. And you know what gets me is that every time I hear you always hear people say, "Oh, I'm a Christian. I'm Christians." But then you would see the pastor sitting here sleeping with the young people there, or you would see the pastor stealing from the congregation, or you would see some of the people that was in the pews, they are in now at the club drinking, which she talked about drunkenness and stuff, or they would sit there be lusting after somebody, or they'll go home and have sex. And I'm just like, okay, you can't call yourselves Christians or whatever it is, and you're going back and doing the same shit over and over. You cannot be a Christian on Sunday, and then you're a demonic demon from Monday through Saturday. That just doesn't work for me. And I tell people, I said, I just don't like the fakery of you guys will like to qualify the Bible around your lives. Yeah. And that to me ain't working. That's why I tell people when it comes to a lot of these pastors, especially when there's a mass shooting, not mass shooting, but a black person, get treated wrong by the police or get shot, and they out there, thank you, Jesus. Shut the fuck up, because every time I see those pastors, they got something going on with their congregation. Mm-hmm. All the time. It's always something, or you have the deaconess or the deaconess or whatever. It's always something with you guys. They are the biggest phonies I've ever seen in my life. Now, mind you, you can go to church and, praise and do whatever you want. If this is healing, let it be healing. But when your religion is affecting someone else's life in a negative way, and you want to push that belief off on them, like you're some type of saint, I have a problem with that. The other thing is, one thing I noticed is like with the church mothers, for example. Now, not trying to be mean or nothing, but with black people, we don't crack, but we swell. So when we get older, a lot of us, we get bigger. We do. We get bigger and bigger, right? And so we swell. We start to get the cankles and things of that nature. What gets me about black people is that when they get older, especially the church mothers, nobody's checking for them like they used to. You know what I mean? And not only are they not checking with. So sorry about that. Now, what gets me about that whole thing is that, you have the church mothers who face ain't looking like you used to. Titties are starting to sag. Ass is starting to sag a little. They got a gut. And so then they want to sit there and preach off on the younger children. Oh, y'all shouldn't be doing that. And shut up, because when you was young, you was sitting on, and people will tell you stories. I've heard so many stories about the church mothers and stuff. Oh, she used to ride that dick. Oh, she used to make it. She used to throw it back. She used to make it clap. Oh, she used to head down. Oh, she could suck the cherry off of a lot, all types of shit. And you would hear because in the church the men will talk. They know you guys. They were back there when you were 18 and 20 years old. So let these kids live their life. If they out here having sex, let them have sex and live their life. That's their fucking problem. That's their life. What you can do is give them some advice and say, hey, listen, I heard that you're out here having sex with a lot of people. Use a condom or get on Doxy or get on PrEP. But they will sit there and they will try to impose what's going on with them on you. That ain't going to work for me. Because when you was back then doing it, I used to hear you used to back that thing up regularly. That's why I don't fuck with the church like that. It's the biggest scam in the world. And when you look at black people in terms of spirituality and stuff, we were very spiritual. You got to go all the way back in Africa. There was no Jesus Christ, none of that stuff back then. We were very spiritual. Mm-hmm. We just started doing all that Jesus Christ stuff until the white folks came over, and then all of a sudden, that's when everything changed. Trey, what do you think?
So, it kills me because it's always the people that have like 8 kids that are like, you guys should be behaving. Listen, Miss Sister Mary Clarence, you have 9 kids, and you mean to tell me every time you got pregnant, it was a holy union with you and your husband? Y'all just wanted to fuck. Y'all just wanted to fuck. Like, don't quit playing with me. You wanted that dick. He wanted that ass. Y'all fucked. Y'all was not making love every time. Okay, listen, y'all was fucking.
and that's why when I look at people in the church and they're like, oh, praise it, please get away. If church helps you, good. I have nothing against that. But when you're trying to impose your beliefs on somebody else, knowing goddamn well when you were their age, you was sucking and slurping and whipping it down. You had fucking 13 kids. Shut up. Shut up. You can give them some advice, say, hey, wrap up or protect yourself and all that, but to vilify them and say, oh, you nasty. Oh, you shut up.
I think people are actually less nasty now because if you think about it, people are having less kids.
That is true.
People were nastier in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s when you could really throw it back. This was pre-AIDS, pre-scare, when the drugs was pure and the pussy was clean. Okay?
Yes.
Listen.
You know what? What was that drug that everybody talks about that was in The Wolf of Wall Street, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh no, that was the movie. But it was a drug. Quaaludes.
Quaaludes, yes.
People, every time I talk to people that's around that age range that used to live back then, they said Quaaludes was so pure. You didn't have people overdosing and doing all this stuff. They said it was so pure. People had a good time. You didn't have to worry about dying. They said this new shit, they putting all this shit to kill people off. They said you don't have to put that stuff in there for people to get high. But I remember when somebody told me, back then they were a deacon that was a former, drug. He said, man, those Quaaludes were on a different level. He said, this shit y'all got now. He said, this ain't nothing. He said, this stuff is giving you cancer and messing with your kidneys and stuff. He said, back then that stuff didn't do that to you. He said, you sat there and you had a good time. And so that's why I tell it is a very different era that we live in. I'm gonna read some of the comments.
It is. So I used to work in fashion, and it happened to be with just people that were around the Studio 54 era. And these were like older ladies, and they would talk about the Quaaludes. You were like, "Oh, I used to love the Quaaludes. They really make you feel funny." And these were like New York ladies, so they have that accent, like, "Honey, let me tell you about the time I was in Studio 54 and Michael Jackson brushed past my arm. Honey, I was on a Quaalude. I almost sucked his dick from behind." Like they're just they used to have a good time around that time. I think now it's just not. It's just different now. Like people don't really know how to party like they partied back then. Like now, people show up, they're just so cute. They want to sit in their little section. They want to take pictures and selfies. Like when I first in my teens, like when I first started going to the clubs, I would come back everything off, broken, ripped, maybe sweat, just a shell of what I was when I went out. You go out looking good, you come back looking toe up from the flow up, or you just you wasted your time.
Yeah.
You wasted your time. If you got back home and you look good, you wasted your time.
Yes, we spoke about this yesterday because we was like, the clubs now, it's like, $50 to park, $60 to get into the club. The drinks overpriced. And not only are the drinks overpriced, but the drinks are so small. The cups be like this big, and I said, you're wanting $28 for some regular ass vodka, Tito's? And this is why I'm glad I don't drink anymore or anything like that. This is why I'm glad I don't have fun when I go out. I just don't. I don't like people bumping into me, especially in LA. A lot of the hygiene, and you know about this, dealing with people, the hygiene is just out of control. You got people that be musty, they balls be musty, they coochie be musty, they titties be, everybody just walking around. I don't even like to sit down on the seats because people be having wet asses, and then you just smell the funk of 40,000 years just come up from the seat. And I'm just like, you guys are coming to a club. You didn't shower before you come? I know some people don't even brush their teeth really. They just put some gum in their mouth and breath be kicking. I was like, y'all don't do it. And then they can't dress. And I'm like, I had to pay almost $200 to allegedly have a good time, to be around people that don't even like each other because everybody's talking shit about each other. To then not only that, but I have to smell your odors because you guys decided to come to the club without washing your ass. And then I have to see, there might be a fight in there. And then I have to pay for these additional overpriced drinks. I'm good. I'm good on it. I tell people, y'all have a good time. And the clubs are just not what they used to be. Even we showed a video yesterday where everybody was on their phone. It was a good 7,500 people in that photo. And I said, what's the point? You could just do that shit you can do that at home. You know what I mean? It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna read some of the comments before we go. We're gonna go to commercial break. We'll be right back. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Case My Name says, I hate when companies say we're family. I'll run away because they know they're lying and can get rid of you at the drop of a hat. And then Claire says, wolves and sheep clothing, God is a spirit. And then T-Coop says, Cosby's drugs of choice. Those Quaaludes. We'll be right back, and we'll see you in a few seconds. Stay tuned.
Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Say it again, y'all. Arrogant racist, look out. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. From DEI to DUI, the DOD is DIY. Israel first, America last. Now Iran is on that ass. Wanna pull out, but the condom broke. Won't run through homeless, don't want the smoke. Drop bombs over Baghdad. You ready to go? Getting screwed on the daily. You a GI ho. Benny's hiding peak. You on your own. Iran got that fire, bitch. The heat is on. Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Arrogant racist, yeah. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one. Say it again, y'all. Arrogant racist, look out. Who are they good for? Absolutely no one.
Hey guys, welcome back to For the People Podcast. I am your host, Vision X, and I am joined still here with me, our architect himself, Trey Rich. And remember, we say the quiet part out loud so you don't have to, raw, cut, and unfiltered. I want to play something for us real quick before we dive into our next topics. This is just to get us talking about something. And Tasha Mack, I hope I said it right. Tasha Smith. I'm sorry, I'm butchering her name. This is exactly how FTP podcast is. And I needed to see this video today because this was very important. Take a look.
Tell you one thing about me. I have never ran from a fight. Like I'm not afraid of confrontation, having hard conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And most people, they will throw rocks and then hide their hands.
Absolutely.
I don't like that. I don't do that. I'm about that life of having conversations, confronting the situation. Let's sit down and let's talk and let's deal with the discomfort of whatever it is you're feeling. But most of the time, y'all, most people don't want to ever really sit down and talk because they don't want to have to be able to acknowledge what it is that they're internally going through, like whatever their internal struggle is. It's easy for people to run and act like they're a victim, but if people really confronted things and had honest conversations, they would realize that most of the pettiness is not because of something external, but it's because of your own individual internal struggle. And that's what's creating the external problem. It starts within you. Period. I'll tell you one thing about me.
And I love that. And then I want to talk about something real quick in regards to that. So somebody said people are surprised that Aaron Pierre's parents were not interracial. And my thing is, I said straight up, people are slow because I said black people are the only ones that can really create any color, including eyes. It's like people, this is why I tell you have to travel outside the country because you start to see that black people, we are so many shades, tall, very dark, very brown. And it's just like you got a bunch of goofy people that think that you have to be mixed with somebody. We don't have to be mixed with any of y'all. I mean, y'all keep forgetting y'all are the mutations of us. And it's an inferior mutation. You're forgetting, there's been studies on this before of why, having white skin is a huge problem for the sun. Y'all burning it. Right. And then also in addition to that, Teyana Taylor, addresses the comments about her behavior at the Oscars because people said that she was overdoing it. And so she says the world holds so much misery that miserable hearts forget the face of happiness. And, people were upset that, she did all this and she's doing too much and stuff. And, even when she did this and she got up and she clapped, And it's just like you want to be happy for other people. You don't have to be miserable. And then going into this on half and half, star Rachel True says UPN gave white shows sushi, while black shows got fried chicken during photo shoots and promo shoots. And so this is why FTP is here. We're not afraid of confrontation. We're not going to sit here. If we see somebody's doing something wrong or saying something wrong, we're going to say something about it. That's why I think people get upset at Nikki a lot, because they're like, oh, she's doing it. She's not doing the most, because you guys need to hear what's actually happening. The problem is people act like you can't say nothing to them without there being some mess. And I'm like, at the end of the day, if you do something wrong, I'm going to say something about it. I'm not going to bite my tongue. I don't care about you being a celebrity. And I see that a lot in LA, even when it comes to these black people out here. And this is why I'm not a big fan of the blacks in LA versus like DC or New York, is because the blacks in LA, if a celebrity around, it's like they become the biggest kiss asses. And I'm like, I'm like, you groveling at this person, they don't even know you exist, and now you're acting like you're their security guard. So it's just, I get so sick of the blacks in LA. It's just like, I think LA has run its course on me. But Trey, what do you think about the slides that we showed?
Well, I think about it's just crazy that just people in general think that black people can't have interesting features that I guess you don't assume we would have, but I don't know why, because there are black people in Africa. There are literally black people in Africa that have light skin. There's some black people in Africa that have blue eyes. There's so many, like literally there's someone with my color skin that has like baby blue eyes in Africa. Like there's just so many mixes of just us without having white people mixed into it, which is interesting. Again, you guys are a mutation. And then when it comes to the having comfortable conversations, I think that is the key to growth, period.
Yes.
In any type of relationship, be it a friendship, be it like a romantic relationship, or be it even like family. Because like if you're just not able to have uncomfortable conversations, you're not growing. Like you're really not doing anything that isn't your norm, because like you're just making sure everything's comfortable. When it comes to like my friends, like I have to tell them when they're wrong. I just can't be the go with the shit person. I just never was able to do that. Like I will support you, but like when it comes down to it, I'm going to tell you about yourself, because like if you continue to do shit that I don't like and I don't say nothing, we're not going to get anywhere together.
Yeah.
Because you're going to continue to do things that are going to slowly just like push us apart. Like I need to either course correct you, and you need to be able to course correct me, so we can continue this journey of growth together.
Yes. And I think that's the problem. Is just like, that's why when people, one thing I don't do, and this is what I told everybody, I said, I don't get into people's relationships, and you know that. And I don't care if it's friends, family, or if you're fucking them. I don't get involved in it. I said, because let me tell you what happens. As soon as you guys make up, whether it's friends, your loved ones, or the person you're with, they go back and they tell them everything you fucking said, including other people that they said. And then now that person is looking at you sideways, because they're like, oh, you're one of the people that were talking about me too. And especially if it's somebody you're dating, they would say, oh, I don't fuck with them. I don't want them coming around us. That's your friends. And so then it's awkward, because they can't invite you to hang out with them, because your partner or your best friend doesn't want to be around them because you were talking stuff about them. And what gets me with the whole thing with the Aaron Pierre thing, most of those comments were from black people. That's what bothers me about the black people just in general. It's just like we have all this attitude, we talk great shit and stuff, but for us not to have common sense and book and street smarts put together, and not know that we can create any color, we can create different eye colors, we create the strongest race on earth. I mean, come on now, just look at sports alone. The reason why I like how sports is because they cannot really, they literally have to change the rules each time we get in there. That tells you that we're excelling. Every ice skating, they had to change the rules. That ice skating thing was a clear example I don't know the girl's name. What was her name? The ice skater from 1990.
Surya Bonali.
Surya Bonali. Hey, come on, Trey. But black bib in 1990. Now they have some basic ass white dude who had to do it on both legs, not one, both legs. And they were like, "Oh, this is the greatest that we ever seen." They allowed him to keep his score and everything. I said, "Y'all do know that the black girl did that in 1990, right?" That's the shit we be talking. That's the shit we be talking about. I said, we need to get away from these motherfucking people. You know what? If we were able to build a Wakanda, I would say, you know, we can't save all black people. We build us a shield, and let the Epstein class, let the Chinese, let the Middle Easterns, let them all kill each other because they want to do it anyways. I mean, there's nothing else for us to do here because that's what they want to do. What do you think, Trey?
I'm all for one for the Wakanda. However, I feel like it can't be. It has to kind of be like a new world kind of order where you agree to a certain creed of living, because I feel like because we're so divided still as black people, it can't just be like, okay, all black people. Like it needs to be like people that agree to treat everyone equally and to build together versus it being like a hierarchy all the time. Because I think that's where we go wrong. Somebody always wants to be at the top of something and wants to control versus like truly be in the trenches and help their people, like it was back when, you know, when the kings would actually fight with the soldiers now and not flee a country like because it's being bombed. You know, when that used to happen.
That's some kind of, when I heard that, I said, hold up. You mean to tell me that these motherfuckers is just fleeing? And we'll talk about this a little bit later if we have time. But I tell people, I said, you got people that start shit. It's like that. Remember, I don't know if you were on that episode. It's like that person that's in your crew that starts shit with everybody, including the sweetest person in the group. They got to sit there and fight everybody. I said, you gotta let this person go. They're disruptive to the group. I'm not about to be fighting and whooping people's asses and stuff or get my ass whooped for your friend that I don't even fuck with like that because you want to be with them and they want to start shit with everybody. I'm not doing that. And they ugly. They don't have nothing to lose. I hate when people hang around people that don't have shit to lose. I said, you know, this person ain't got shit to lose, right? They don't care about you going to jail. They don't care about you getting into fights. They don't care about you being homeless. As long as you with them, and that's saying misery love company, that is such a true statement. Just reading it, not just from Teyana Taylor, but also the Aaron Pierre thing. You got some miserable people that love misery. They love complaining. They love being angry all the time. They love rolling their eyes. I was like, I don't want to be around people like that all the time. Especially if it's black people. I'm not trying to deal with that shit. I deal with that shit with white folks and Latins and Asians all day. I'm not trying to come to my community or to my home and deal with your shit too. I'm just not doing it. You act like you're the only person that's struggling. You act like you're the only person that has to deal with white folks and racist Asians and Latins and Middle Eastern. No, I have to deal with it too. But you don't see me coming around with an attitude. When I come home or when I come around my community or whatever, I'm like, hey, let's throw something on the grill. Let's barbecue. You know, that's how I am. Let's throw something on the grill. Let's barbecue. Let's go out. Let's do something. That's what I like to do. Let's go travel somewhere. That's what I like to do. But I'm not trying to be around my community and you got a goddamn attitude. You can keep that shit over there. You go right over there with the whites and Asians with that shit because I don't want to be around it. I mean, we too old for that. I'm tired of that. I'm telling you, life is seeing people, seeing that boy that we played, well, not played the clip, but we had that photo and he was shot by the Asian. I said, your life can end just that fast. That mom sitting there cussing, I called it. Your life can end just that fast. I'm not dealing with that with my own community either. I don't care how black people feel about that. Mm-hmm. Just how we getting everybody else's ass, we getting your ass too. Y'all know how we do it on FTP. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Life is too short. I want to be stress-free. You know, I like to have fun when time permits, but I'm not about to sit here and be living like that. We're just not doing that. Mm-mm. That's just not going to happen. And I'm going to read two of the comments. HAC says they did the same to Simone Biles when she competed. That is true. Yep. They did do the same thing to Simone Biles. Angela says, and when the captain will go down with his ship. Yeah, that's true as well. And we want to talk about some cultural appropriation. And this is why I like playing these videos, is because I like to hear from the other group of people. I don't care if it's their religion, their race, or whatever. They have something to say about it as well. Take a look.
Black people wannabes in the Asian community genuinely make me laugh so fucking hard. Because you look a fucking mess with those braids and dreads and grills and oh my. And it's like, what is the thought process here? Do you even, like, it's not even made for your hair, bro. I honestly can't think of anything more cringe than some kid in the suburbs trying to act hood. And then thinking dressing like a caricature of black people will just turn them into something like that. Are you stupid? I mean, hey, at least we're, going against the stereotype that Asian people are smart because some of you guys are dumb as fuck. And like, this shit isn't just in America. Like, there are a lot of salons and like hairstylists and whatnot over in Asia who have probably never even interacted with a single black person in their life, by the way, who offer like braid services. Like, they'll make their like 1C hair look 4C, and it's really weird, it's really disturbing, and genuinely, like, I have no words. Black people wannabes in the Asian community.
I'm ready to the comments. Somebody says, and then they won't even have black friends on purpose. Another person says they like us for the culture, but not as people. And one other person says, blacks are the trendsetters. They make everything cool. And we're going to share this video right here. Take a look.
Can you get blacker if you're not black? Can I get Jewisher? Can I get Latinoer? If somebody said, I'm getting Asianer, everybody would side-eye them. It's odd because it sounds like they're treating an identity as a costume. And when it's, I'm getting blacker, or I got blacker, we expect people to understand that it's about culture, but here's the problem. When you collapse identity and culture, you are downplaying a whole race. I think there were better ways to say what you said. And for those of you guys who are like, oh, you're just hating on him, he appreciates the culture. I'm not talking about that. It's about the fact that it's so easy to just say, I'm getting blacker, and yet other races, if somebody said, I'm getting Asianer, we would say, what? Are you good at math? Doesn't work that way. How can you get blacker if you're not black? Can I get Jew?
We'll read one in the comments. Somebody says the problem is people view black people as a culture rather than people. Thanks for speaking up as always. And then take a look at this. We'll be right back.
Crazy how black people are never the inspiration for the styles that we made cool. Bro, when I think of Kangol hats, I can't picture a single non-black person that was really putting these on. Alright, so that JFK Jr. show came out, and all these people are clamoring to replicate his style, calling him ahead of his time and a timeless individual, an icon. And yet the thing is, he was really behind. Black people were already dressing like this at that moment. Where do you think he got the look from? Instantly, when I look at his style, I see Denzel Washington. He should be the first person you think of when you look at anything like this. Right after that, you can throw in Kadeem Hardison too. He was putting it on. But it's really crazy how many people are trying to emulate this style, whether genuinely or for clicks, but yet would never do the same for the people who actually made it cool. Now, I'm not surprised. This is nothing new, but it does make me laugh. We're always there creating viral fashion, and yet we're never the inspiration for them. It's crazy how...
And I'm going to read one of the comments that really hit home. Somebody says, white people only love it when other white people wear it, and that's facts. You just look at the fashion industry. And we talked about this before, how they also, in terms of, they steal all the symbols and stuff. And I need to go back and look at all these symbols from Gucci and Prada and all this stuff. They stole that stuff from Africans and put that shit on their stuff. Yeah, I got to go look at where they got these symbols from. And also, we're going to play this last video. Take a look.
Be wanting to be black so bad. It's kind of like funny, bro. Like, all the girls trying to recite like young boy verses and put on lashes and be like, man, y'all boy ain't even like... Or like the white boys who be like, man, y'all boy tripping, and be trying to like overdo the black scent and get fades and listen to like Vaughn. Like, why are y'all always like, why is it always either Vaughn or Young Boy or both? Like, bro, get your own shit. It's not cool. You look stupid. Even like a lot of the like Hispanic people in the community wanting to say nigga, Asians taking from black American music and turning that into K-pop and wanting to have locks and streetwear. It's like, who doesn't want to be a black American? Well, I mean, until it's actually time to, like, protect the culture and stuff like that. Then nobody wants to be black besides black people. Y'all be wanting to be black.
And before we discuss this, I want to show you two things. One thing is this girl right here, Aquafina Bukisha. This shit right here, this is what we be talking about. This bullshit. No, you didn't, girl. Yes, child, honey, child. This bitch made her whole career off of this, her whole stand up off of this. Now, this is what she should be doing, Asian shit. This is what you should be doing. Stop, leave black people and our shit alone. We are so sick of y'all asses coming over here with that bullshit. Another person with his culture vulture ass is this old weird dog face motherfucker, Jack Harlow. What gets me about him is he says he's blacker now. Let me show you, Jack Harlow.
Wait, he said this?
Yes, he said he's getting blacker now. Now look how weird this motherfucker is. Ain't nothing black about you. Eyes all big eye here, little eye. Ain't nothing black about you, bro. Like, I'm getting so sick and tired of these corny ass POCs and white people just stealing our shit and acting like. And this is why I'm glad that the Asian girl said that, because Aquafina Bukisha and Jack Harlow are clear examples of this. And what bothers me is that you got coon-tastic ass black people that will sit here and they would say, oh, look at that. He did a dance, he did a rap. And they would sit there and be congratulations and clapping their stuff. But when Doshi do something, or when a Doja Cat or something, it's a problem. Oh, you know, well, you haven't. That's why I say black people, we got to work on ourselves before we start talking about anybody else. Because you got, clear example, Shaquille O'Neal, Snoop Dogg, Nelly. Clear examples. You offered them a little money, they cooned out and didn't care. And now Michael Jordan cooned out. They cooned out. That's why I said, everybody, oh, I'm from the hood. Nah, were you? I said it's like you start to see that a lot of these people cosplayed, and then once they got out of the hood, then they wanted to be white. It's just like, I mean, what happened to your blackness? And that's why I said you have people that's like this. Jack Harlow is so irritating to me. Y'all, these other POCs don't even fucking like us at all. Can't stand us. Don't want us in their neighborhood. When we go into their restaurants, they looking at us funny. They following us around the store. And black people continue to keep supporting that shit. Go to the nail shop down the street. A number of black women in there. Why ain't y'all black asses going to other nail shops that's predominantly black people? But I have a little answer for that. There's two shops down here with some black women in it. Ghetto. And I'm just like, well, goddamn, this was supposed to be the solution. And then this was the outcome. Child, they eating fried chicken and doing her nails. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? I said, no wonder why they go back to the Vietnamese and Asians and stuff over there, because you guys have no class. And then when we try to find a solution, y'all do the solution, but y'all do it half-ass.
Oh, always.
And that's what bothers me about it. First of all, we need to start gatekeeping our culture. Asians, whites, go do y'all corny ass shit. Go do y'all corny ass shit. Trey, what do you think of this?
The fact that we have to still, it is 2026.
Yes.
The fact that we still have to walk through the culture vulturing situation, and they don't care. These people don't care. They'll be called out like the Kardashians. Like they're still thriving. And they continue to play in our culture, even to be like connected to a Kanye, which is crazy word to me. But like even if you go to the Billboard Top 100, you probably won't find not one song that the artist hasn't breezed through black culture on any given moment. Like, so even let's just say a Lady Gaga. She's had to collaborate with Beyonce once at least, telephone. So if you go down the Billboard 100, like there is not one artist probably or song that hasn't been run through a black person, or that the sample or the melody hasn't come from some type of black something. Black, and not even just African, like Black American culture. So like there's so many and what's wild is we make it okay at a very young age for them to culture vulture. Like so, like let's just say people like what is his name? Jack Harlow. Or just because somebody said Bruno Mars in the comments, and people like Bruno Mars, I can't even not deny that they didn't grow up with these musical influences around them to,
Mhm.
to be singing this kind of music. But again, that still doesn't make it right for them to do. Like, we make it okay so early for them, like just little fucking Amy to be listening
Mhm.
to 21 Savage, and now she's fucking Bad Baby and just like rapping on the radio and thinking that's her culture. Like, we
Mhm.
make it okay at such an early age, and we don't stop it
Yeah.
then. So like by the time they're in their 20s, they think they are a black person. Take Ariana Grande
Yes.
for instance. She had an entire black scent era.
Yes.
She had an entire Seven Rings. Thank you, Nick. Like, there's so many. If you listen to her transition of music, she
Mhm.
dipped into the black pond,
Yeah.
used it, put her coochie juice all over it, and moved on. Now, when it's cool to be this dainty little white thing, and now you're part of the Wicked cast, so now you don't really need the black scent thing anymore. It's not the cool way
Mhm.
to go. We just let this happen.
Yeah.
Black people there were black producers around here. She had a black songwriter like
Yes.
Victoria Monet. Like there were people sitting next to her that looked like us, because we know as us, it's gonna go further just because it's on a white or light skin.
Yeah.
Crazy work. And yeah, and the fact that we even know that we have to do that is crazy. It's crazy on our end too. Like, we make it easy for them to do.
Yes, and that's why I've been telling people. I said it gets to a point. Is there echo somewhere?
I don't
All right, I thought I heard an echo. Sorry about that. No, but it gets to a point that it's just like black people. We got to just start gatekeeping our shit. We got to start holding our shit together, and we got to also start banding together with good. But we know a black person that's down with us and a black person that's not. We know that.
Yeah.
And what gets me to say like, oh, how do I know? Quit being stupid. Quit being dumb. It's just like that story where that black family, and I don't care how upset people get, as I will keep repeating this, we have no sense of awareness now. We have no sense of survival. I mean, every time I go into a space, I'm like, oh, my spider senses is already tingling. I already know where the exit is. I already know the crew that I'm not going to say hi to. I already know the area to avoid. I already know what's going on over here. You have to be aware of your surroundings. And one thing I cannot stand more is an oblivious person, especially an oblivious black person. You can't hang out with me. You can't sit with us. I just can't do it. You're not aware of anything going on around you. And so then when some shit hits the fan, you're, oh, how did you not see that coming? That family literally drove into a protest knowing how ICE is. They just killed 2 white people. Y'all goofy, and you and your goofy ass wife rode into a protest because your house is right there, and you say, well, I'm gonna go to my house. You guys put your baby in danger. Yeah, we know ICE is at fault. You put your baby in danger though. That was just stupid. That's like driving your car right into the KKK because they're in front of your neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, well, they won't come out, but we got you guys right here in the car. Get on out the car, nigger. And that's exactly what they would do. And so them getting on TV and they was crying, oh, my baby. You take responsibility for that.
That part.
I'm telling you, we want to have this discussion. We want to talk about black issues. Let's talk about black issues. A lot of black people, we have no sense of awareness at all whatsoever. There's very few leaders. We got, what's that guy that said that the Target boycott ended? I ain't never heard of
Jamal Bryant.
Who the fuck is he? Who was that?
Giselle Bryant, who's on the Housewives of Potomac, her ex-husband, who has been
so a corny ass rich dude. Got it.
Apparently a pastor.
I
don't know if he's still a pastor, ex-pastor, but like, where did he come from with this information? Who talked to him? Is my question.
Got paid. You know how that shit goes. These corporations, what they do, and because I worked with a lot of CEOs and executives. When some racist shit goes on, what they do is they reach out to a corny ass rap artist or whoever it is to sit there and pander to the black community, and they'll say, "Oh, we'll give you a check, to your organization." They usually donate it to your nonprofit, but the nonprofit end up funneling that money right back to your ass. So the money is actually yours. So they end up funneling it like that for you to go out there and pander to black people, talking about we shall overcome and praise Jesus. That's exactly what they do.
Yep.
All these corporations do that. That's what they do all the time to say, "Oh, they're not racist," so they can sit there and take care of their family while your son or daughter is dead on the street for a racial incident. That's why I'm telling you, when it comes to these celebrities, I do not idolize them.
Mm-hmm. They're always the ones to get in the door and shut it behind them.
Exactly. And that, you're starting to see, Pharrell, he's starting to act kind of weird now. Have you seen all the interviews? I said,
I don't like politics. I don't think it, like, what?
Now, if he go to one of those real, this is why I want people to do these. My Vernacular. You remember the guy on CNN? My Vernacular will save me. That corny ass black dude. Mm-hmm. I want these people like Pharrell and Snoop Dogg. I want them to go into these rural areas where nobody knows them. Don't go with a camera crew. Don't go with a police, whatever. I want y'all to go to the backwoods of the Appalachian Mountains. I want you to go in South Carolina and North Carolina and Virginia, out there with Jim Bob and them and Bubba and Hoss and Betty Sue Ellen and all them. I want you guys to go out there, and I want you to have especially the dudes, have a white girl with you on your arm or whatever, just one of your workers or whatever. And I want you to go stay in a hotel. And I want you to come back and tell me if you make it the next morning. That's all I want to know. Go out there to Vidor, Texas, one of the most racist places. And I want you to guys, I don't get into politics. Oh, race doesn't exist. Michael Jordan, take your bald-headed ass out there. I'm pretty sure they not gonna come back. People that don't even watch TV, don't even like you on TV. They don't give a shit. These people are saying it from the comfort of their high rises. They're saying it from the comfort of New York or blue states and stuff. Take your ass to the middle of nowhere where people don't even watch TV, don't even know who you are. All they see is you have black skin. That's why I tell you, that's how you challenge these motherfuckers. Really put your money where your mouth is. Take your ass into the middle of those places. I want to see you come back and say, "Oh, racism don't exist." That's if you are still alive.
Yes, please do.
That's how you shut that shit down. I get so sick of that shit. They hop their old goofy asses on TV because they got money now, and some white folks gave them some money, especially the sports players.
Yeah,
take your big cone fat ass out there. Go to Vidor, Texas. Go to these places where these white folks will hang you and chop off your dingling and put it in a jar and stuff, and they start selling your body parts because that's what's going on with a lot of these hospitals. We'll talk about that in another episode. But they sitting there harvesting black people's organs and selling them and shit. Take your big asses out there. I want you guys to say, "Oh, racism doesn't exist." Have you seen Candace Owens really take her ass out to these Appalachians and stuff where these people don't even watch TV? All they know is racism. Right. No, that bitch is sitting in the comfort of her home in that little studio.
With her white husband.
With her white husband. Don't take your white husband with you. Go out there by yourself. And I want you guys to tell me what your experience was dealing with Jim Bob and them and Snaggletooth Mary and Methany. I want you to
Methany.
For example, could you imagine a big ass Shaq going out there to Appalachian where people don't even watch? They don't watch basketball and shit. Don't even know none of his commercials. All you see is this big ass black dude out there doing a shit. Every time he dances, he do that little shimmy. It's so. What's that caricature? That black caricature that everybody talks about? Bojangles and shit. He does the little Bojangle. It's so irritating. Take your big ass out there to the middle of nowhere where these white folks don't know. I want to see you guys come back and tell me exactly if you guys come back and shit is all peachy and cream. I'll wait. That's why I say. That's why I don't argue with people. Just put them in a scenario. That's why I tell people until they've been in that scenario. I lived in rural places. You ain't trying to be out there like that. And that was on the edge of it. That was not in the heart of it. Where remember I told you when I was in foster care and I went into that. We had a 4th of July party, and I was around 16 years old, and it was a white family, and their kid was like, "Hey, do you want to see something cool?" And I said, "Yeah." We all went to the basement. Went to the basement, and there was a secret lock on this basement door. The kid, of course, the kid gonna open it up. They had black dicks in jars. They had black hands. They had black memorabilia and stuff. They had hanging posters. They had hanging cards. They had books regarding slave trade. All this stuff in this basement. All this stuff. And the white kids know about it. That's why I be telling everybody. I said these people, these celebrities, they get a little stick in their ass. They get a little money, and they start thinking that they are white. I said, you forgetting these white folks could turn on you at any fucking time, and they don't care.
They don't give no fuck.
You'll end up disappearing. That's why I said, I go take your ass to the middle of these places where in the Appalachians and come back and tell me racism don't exist. And then I want to see you. I want to see you take your ass on Fox News and CNN, and I want you to say that after you stayed there for a couple of nights, if you made it, if they can find the body. Let's talk about it. And before we go into the next topic, I'm gonna read some of the comments. T-Coop says, Jamal Bryant hijacked the Target boycott idea from a black woman. That's obvious. Black. I'm disappointed in a lot of our black men. We on some Bojangles coon shit. That's why they fear black women, because black women don't do that as easily. But got credit for being one who called for it. That's what they thought was the one to call it. Oh, okay, they know now. Angela, hey, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it, Angela. Thank you so much. Angela says, too many black people secretly want to be accepted by white folks. That LA.
It's still very true.
Very true. LA's horrific. When I started hanging out with people, remember the dermatologist that I'm cool with?
Yes.
He only hang around with lights. He said it before, but other people are telling me the same thing. I only hang out with light-skinned people. Oh, I only hang out with Latins. I don't hang out with blacks. And I was like, oh, okay. That's why these biracials out here, I don't be fucking with them like that in LA. I'm sorry. High and by, keep it moving, because these motherfuckers, as soon as these white people or Asians say they don't want them to be part of the group, they come and bring their asses right back to the black group. And the black people, you gotta stop accepting those motherfuckers. Let them make their decision and move on. Stop it. Just move on. That's how you do that shit. Hazel says, we ain't protesting shit. My high yellow ass will be drinking my water, smoking my weed, minding the business that pays my ass. HCF says, don't forget, Lil Wayne talking about racism doesn't exist. Over there looking like a gremlin. Hey, that's facts. I'm telling you, they get a little money, they get a stick in their ass. I don't know. That's why I said, if it's that easy to turn blacks like that, just imagine how hard we have to work to really build a black empire. That's why I said, you got to vet everybody. This is why FTP is here. You have to vet everybody, because you would have somebody that would sit there and they would give them a check and they would turn on you. That's what happened to Malcolm X. That's what happened to Martin Luther King. If you start reading about it, the white folks know they couldn't go in there and do that shit because it would look bad, because, of course, these people are bad people. Let's just call it what it is. They torture and killing and murder people. They hired a black person to infiltrate the group and got close enough to them. All of a sudden, they end up shot and dead. They know exactly what balcony he's supposed to be on. They know exactly where he's going to perform. They know exactly when he's supposed to go to the stage. That's why I say you got to be careful with this. We're going to take a look at this, the next topic here. Sorry about this, you guys. Let's see here. 1 second. Trying to get this to work real quick. There's a lot of videos that's open.
And we were just talking about the pastors in the church system, and Jamal Bryant had several kids out of wedlock.
That part. That's why I be telling you, it'd be the phoniest as pastors, and this is what gets me about like the mothers stuff. They would be like, oh, praise Jesus, praise. I'm like, okay, please get away from me. First of all, I don't like docile ass black people next to me. I don't like pandering black people next to me. I don't like fake black people. I can't deal with it no more. I'm like, take that Jesus Christ and all that stuff over there. Now, if that's how, if that's healing you, fine. But when you're trying to force that on somebody else and you're trying to make it seem like you're a good person, I have a problem with that. I really do. I think it's some bullshit. Trey, I am trying to get this to load. So go ahead and go to commercial break real quick while I try to fix this real quick.
All right.
Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get this fixed. The system's freezing, so I'm trying to.
You said just comply, don't ask why. Follow orders, you'll be fine. Back the blues, the bats don't lie. Now I ain't skilled killing white people and you want us to cry. Eyes kicking in your door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was America ain't free no more. American born no longer applies. Same advice, motherfucker, comply or die. Fresh off the pole, motherfuckers with an attitude. No papers, no English, anti-black and rude. You POC, but you wanna be YT. Seat at the table, as an equal you'll never be. Came to this country off the civil rights side. Get your
Oh, and we're back. Me can't hear you. Your microphone's off. Turn it on. Check. No. Christopher. No. How you doing, people? Apparently, Chris's equipment on the fritz. This never happens, you know. He's over there, just lost in the sauce. I'm going to sing you a song while he's lost in the sauce. Lost in the sauce. Okay.
Hey, I'm still working on it. Hold on for a second.
Okay, you're back. The worst thing people can do is give me a microphone because I personally love the sound of my own voice. Hey Hazel. Hey Sam, y'all like my song? I can make a song out of anything. Give me a word, I will make a song out of it right now. Put a word in the comments. I'm gonna write a song about it. Y'all gonna have a real good meat concert. Shugo Pro, you said you're just joining from Japan, right? I love Japan. I really do love Japan. Japan is one of the places that I felt very, very comfortable at, and I didn't feel like, I mean, maybe it's because the way I was treated when I was there, and it kind of goes back to the situation where, you know, if you're paid well, or you're taken care of, you probably don't pay attention to the things that are going on around you.
Hey, Trey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, we're about to start. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Oh, come on.
Oh no, there's no sound.
Black people live, some other ethnic minorities. Actually, most white people around the whole world live fairly comfortable lives. There are some poorer areas. I mean, in the USA, there are some shitty areas. Most of where black people live and some other ethnic minorities. And so there are some grotty parts where some white people, even in England, there's some grottier parts. But you know what? Even in some of those grotty parts, some people in the poorer parts of the world would probably give their left foot to live there, you know? So most white people live a very comfortable life. And most white people don't want to change that. And they're scared. If we admit that the whole history of the British Empire was built on murder, genocide, greed, selfishness, abuse, rape, pillaging, looting, and nothing good, if we can't say we did anything good because we thought we did something good, then we have to say, okay, well, that was really wrong. And it then perhaps opens the floodgates to thinking about, well, maybe we should be doing things to give back to those, more to give back to those communities. Maybe you're talking about compensation in some way. Maybe. I mean, there's the debate. But then they would have to have the debate. They'd have to admit that it's worthwhile having the debate. They don't want to have the debate. Most white people in Europe, actually most white people around the whole world live fairly.
We'll read some of the comments from this one real quick. Somebody said this is very uncomfortable conversation for an average white person to listen to. Another person says, you're well-informed and intelligent, unlike the others. And then this is why, we talk about it's very comfortable. Black people just want to be left alone. Take a look at this video. We'll be right back.
But you ain't talking shit. You just said nigger. I told you watch that N-word, bro. Yes, you did, bro. You're Puerto Rican, so listen here. You know fucking pull a nigger shit on me. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't fuck your ass up. What's up, bro? No. What's up? It's all good. What's up? What's up? No. That word is fucking offensive, bro. Don't use it. Hey, you go.
Oh no! Hey! No! Get out of it! Hey! Mom, get out of it! No! Get out of it! Oh, I am not your motherfucker!
Yes, beat his ass. Beat his ass to the white of the white meat.
I will fuck you up myself. Get the fuck out of
Also, black, y'all got to stop being by yourself. You see how it's two of them and him. If they would have been able to get him down, it would have been game over for him. So y'all got to stop taking that black ass to these things by yourself. Quit being stupid. I'm sorry to say that. Quit being fucking stupid around these people.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Also, this was another one that's been making its rounds. This lady decides to close the door on this dude when he was coming in. Take a look.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this place, it's closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
This class is going on right now.
We're in there for the class.
The 3 p.m. one. What?
Yeah. Wait, why else would we be here?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just a student here. That's why it's closed.
We booked it for the 3:30 session.
She closed the door.
Wait.
Shoot.
They too nice to her. That's why she's too fucking comfortable. I would have threw some water on that bitch. Somebody says she says I'm just a student and that's why it's closed. That doesn't make any sense. Another person says somebody tell her that yoga was invented by brown people. And then this was happening at some game where I told you that they always got to cheat or do something sideways. Take a look at this. And still won with all that cheating. And then this happened at some fair. Leave us alone. Take a look.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna bitch ass up. You started. So now I'm gonna finish it. What you gonna do? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Hold on. If you touch me, I'll fuck you up. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Take off my mask. Take off my mask. What you again, right? Right?
Leave us alone.
Somebody says everyone was okay with him harassing her, but the moment she mopped the floor with him, they want to step in. That's why.
Why is it always them stepping in for other people?
This is why I tell black, you gotta stop putting yourselves in spaces where it's just you by yourself. Stop doing that. If you keep doing that and you get fucked up, that's on you. When I go to play, I go where I know that there's going to be at least my own crew who I know is going to get down is going to be there. I don't put myself in spaces like that. And then we're going to take one look at this last video and talk about it. Again, white folks think they don't have to listen to police officers as well. Take a look.
Keep putting on a show for me, baby.
I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker. No shit. No shit.
White power.
Keep putting on a show for me.
Somebody said the white power at the end. I mean, I just showed y'all a list of those videos. One thing, and that white guy pretty much stated, and it was pretty good that he stated that. He was like, at the end of the day, you know, and I tell people, Americans do live comfortably. We do. Even in Europe, when I went to Spain, they live very comfortable, extremely comfortable. It's to the point to where when they're talking about other countries, oh, you know, they should be able to do this. I said, it's easy to say that when you have running water, you have a grocery store, you have, EBT and SNAP benefits. You have all this stuff that is given to you versus people that don't have that. But in addition to that as well, Black people, stop putting yourselves in situations where you're the only one there.
Yeah, fuck that.
You got to stop doing that. I don't know. That's how that lady. They remember this, we showed that video where that Black woman, she was with those 9 or 10 white women, and she ended up dead the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Stop putting yourself in situations, or that Black dude that was out there in the woods with all them white folks, and there was an argument, and they tried to hang him. Stop. You want to be in close proximity? I'm telling you, you have to start letting these people go. They want to be in close proximity to that. Hey, do you, bro? Let them go. What do you think, Trey?
Listen, I refuse to ever go somewhere and confront white people alone. Like, why on earth? Like, that is the dumbest shit you could ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, you need to have a witness. And number two, you need to have backup. And number three, just don't motherfucking go by yourself. Jesus, like what? Like why on earth? But then also in that situation, there was already too much talking. There was too much talking. There was definitely too much talking. He just walked up and just mollywopped his ass, and then left.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing: like, people have so much to say these days. Everybody wants to talk. Everybody wants to be an internet warrior. Everybody just wants to have this big old mouthpiece. No, talk with your fists at this point. I've always been like an anti-violence person, but like, this is 2026 is the year of the ass whooping, because we've done enough talking. We've talked for years. There's been 400 plus years of talking and not getting shit done. So at this point, we're done. Like, they don't. We've learned that no matter how much we say or talk, they will never understand.
They don't.
They only understand.
They can't comprehend it.
They cannot. They can't comprehend it. They only understand when they're picking themselves or their teeth up off the floor from what they've said. You know what I'm saying? So enough with all of this talking. And then, like, it's always a situation where the Black person is always, singled out to be the one of the wrong. And then when they start whooping ass, nobody comes to their aid but the other person who's getting their ass whooped. Everybody's like, oh no, don't get her on the floor. She was fine. You were fine with her doing whatever she was doing to me. You were fine with him doing whatever he was doing to me. You were fine with all the racial slurs. You were fine with me being the underdog until I started whooping ass. Now you want to jump in and save the life of the poor, frail white person.
Yeah, we played a video the other day called Performative Allyship. And that's how I see white folks. When I hear, I remember my former boss, you weren't here. Oh, that's right. I was telling you about one of my former bosses. She's not only a lesbian, but she takes care of trans women. And when it came down, when Donald Trump was talking about trans and all this, she says, my house is so scared and all these things are happening. I'm scared for them and I'm scared for me. But then when the shit hit the fan with the Black people at work, she turned to a white bitch. I said, this everything's so volatile and we need to, think about the other side and all that. Okay, so when it's happening because you're not Black and you're not a part of that crew, it's a different qualification now. It's a different way of having sympathy for us and empathy. But when it was happening to you and Donald Trump was talking about lesbians and trans and stuff, all of a sudden you wanted people to surround you and you wanted people to be there for you. Got it. That's why I said this performative allyship with these white women, especially these liberals. I tell people, you got to know your enemies. I'm a big, and you know how I am. I don't do that in between. Either I fuck with you or I don't. Period. There ain't no, they're cooler. No, that's somebody else's friend. I don't invite them over. I don't have their phone number. I don't call them. There is nothing there for me because I'm not trying to be in the middle to know if you're a friend or foe. That is the thing that gets you jacked up, is not knowing who your friends are, not knowing who's really in your corner, not knowing who's a real ally. That's why I said either you're here or you're over there. I don't do in between. If I gotta guess your intentions, I don't care if it's at work or else, you're on the other side until I say otherwise. and then you have to prove yourself multiple times. And then I have a tail on a tail on a tail that's telling you. So if I hear you say anything about me, whatever, we good. You already know how I get down. And guess what? People get upset when I clap back and stuff. Don't I be right, Trey?
Listen.
I be fucking right.
No lies detected.
I be 100% right.
Yeah, and people be so mad that the clapback be vicious. Like, don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear.
Leave me alone.
People be so mad when like the clapback is like flames because they're just like, well, I just did I was just kidding. I was just playing banter. Don't play with me, bitch.
I don't feel like that. That's why I tell black people, I said, you better know who your friends are and who's your real family or who's really in your corner. Because I said, that's the shit that gets you messed up. You'll be in a group by yourself and end up unalived.
All by
and at that time, it's too late.
All
by you have one life. You have one life. And then I want to show you guys this as well. This guy was really speaking some knowledge here. But I want to actually show this to you as well. This is when you're arguing with people like Trump supporters and stuff. This is who you're arguing with. I want you guys to just take a look at this. Stop arguing with people as well. Black people, stop doing it. They say I can't argue with an idiot and let it be done. Just take a look at this. Don Lemon did a good job at this. Take a look.
What do you think?
I don't know. Who?
Trump.
Tell me why. Give me a reason. Give me some reason.
Okay, because of what he did for us 4 years ago. Biden has ruined our country, and the woke party, which he's part of.
Tell me.
Ooh, sorry about that.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just know they keep talking about woke and what they're doing with the kids in school.
But 4 years ago, he got us out. You said he turned the country around. Tell us how.
He improved the economy. He got the border closed. Feeding my family and my housing costs and gas prices. And
Think it's higher now?
Definitely. Do you?
I just remember there was no food in the grocery stores, like during the pandemic. There was no food.
Okay, well, that was not Trump's fault. Biden took credit for Trump getting the vaccine. Biden took credit for that, and I was happy to get the vaccine. I didn't want to get sick, and I didn't. I got my 3 shots, and I was fine. I've never had it. Yeah.
I thought that the MAGA folks didn't like the vaccine because they said that it was not good for you.
I don't remember hearing that at all.
All right.
No.
Why do you think you didn't hear that?
I don't know.
You think that it's because, what do you listen to?
Because who do I listen to?
Yeah, what do you...
I listen to Fox News all the time. Yeah. Just want Trump to win. Go Trump.
Alternative.
This is, stop arguing with idiots. This is a clear example of that. And then this guy hit it on the head of why people have not been prosecuted, especially in America, regarding Epstein. Take a look.
And then we black, bruh. We're black. We're black. I'm sorry, Hype Plus out there watching, Hypers Club members. They used to eat us, fam. They used to eat niggas. What is there to be surprised about for us specifically? I don't know what white people was doing when they founded this thing amongst themselves. I don't know what they had going on, but they ate niggas. They used our children as bait. There were plantations where they bred niggas. So are any of us gonna be so surprised that we like up in arms that, oh my God, there's an evil cabal that's human trafficking and harming people and drugging people? Well, Epstein Island just a plantation, dog. They ain't had no cotton. And I'm not trying to reduce the atrocities that happen there. What I mean is that they're just not new atrocities.
Nope. Not new at all.
Yeah, he did that. And then I want to share this as well. She hit this on the head, especially with the lady that we just heard speaking about Trump and why she's voting for him and stuff. Take a look.
So it turns out voting for whoever was funniest on the internet was a bad strategy. I read this article today about how young voters are feeling so disillusioned with Trump after they voted for him. And now they don't want to vote no more. And they feel like politics got them feeling stuck. Well, too damn bad. Because that's not how democracy works. You don't get to play a game and quit when the scoreboard starts showing consequences. See, this is what happens when you pick presidents based on memes and vibes and whatever the podcast bros told you made sense. See, now there's a war and people are talking about drafts and now y'all want to get serious. Well, welcome to your first real lesson in politics. Elections have consequences. See, this ain't about who seems cool to hang out with or who goes viral on TikTok. This is about your life, your job, your future, your ability to take care of yourself and your family. And then some of y'all still living at home with your parents, talking about you don't want to vote no more. What happens when your mama and daddy ain't there to cushion the fall? Now, from now on, before you go vote, you need to get real information. Look at policies. Look at folks' records. Look at what people are actually planning to do.
And this is supposed to be the smart generation. And one last thing before we talk about this, and then we'll talk about this for a little bit to end our show. So former government official claims that the USA has a $21 trillion underground city for only the ultra wealthy to hide out in a near extinction event. And that if you ever seen this video, I think she worked under Bush, I believe, George Bush. And this is the thing that I'm telling you guys, these guys are sitting there hiding in bunkers.
Oh yeah.
Your family
starting wars and hiding in bunkers
and running away. And this is what I said. Everybody that was in Israel that ran, Spain, Greece, Portugal, whoever, they should have sent those motherfuckers right back there. Do not allow entry into. They should. I said, because you guys believe in it so much. You guys hit every country in the Middle East and you're running away and you want Americans to die for you. And then what bothers me is that video that always in my head where they're sitting there dancing and clapping while your sons and daughters are sitting here dying. You got to make it make sense for me. If you believe in something, I'll be the first one there like, hey, I believe in this. But when that missile's coming to hit them, you know, this is they call people like goyim, or that's another derogatory term. If you're such the chosen people, you should be able to win this war without any help.
Right.
You shouldn't. First of all, I would never ask somebody who's inferior to help me with a goddamn thing. I don't care if it's a work assignment, working out at the gym. You can't help me with shit because I deemed you inferior. But they have inferior people who's trying to help them fight a war while they hide in bunkers. I want y'all to let that sink in for a little bit. That's what, and you know what gets me about this $21 trillion thing. These are billionaires, and this is coming from other billionaires, are some of the most greedy people, evil, and to get to that status, they had to do something that was majorly bad to get to a billionaire status.
Oh yeah.
And that's been systemic throughout everything. You mean to tell me that they blow up all the humans, the people they don't like. They blow up everybody else, right? They go into these bunkers. First of all, China and Russia is not going to be in a bunker with them. Second of all, I want you to go watch American Horror Story Apocalypse. I want y'all to watch, this is a movie called Greenland. You have the worst of the worst people in there, all old white folks, pedophiles, murderers. These people will turn on each other. Everybody wants to be the leader. Everybody wants to be the boss. They are not going to get along in those damn bunkers. I wouldn't be, you talking about, clear example, you talking about the Rothschilds. You think that he's going to rule next to Trump? He's going to be like, no, what we going to do, I'm going to have a secret bunker to a secret bunker. Once I get tired of them and all the other ones, we're going to gas them. We'll gas them and kill them. And then we're going to take over the few women that can procreate and the doctors and stuff in here so we can make sure we can have the new world order. They're not going to get along in those bunkers. You're talking about the most evil people on earth in a bunker together. They're going to be trying to plot. They're going to be trying to have alliances and plotting everything. And you can tell China got their own shit. They say, you come over here. And at that time, there's not going to be that many people left. They already know you guys are in this bunker. Mm-hmm. So it's just going to be like the Cold War. They're going to say, if you send something over here, there's only a few 100, 200 of you guys over there. There ain't that many. We'll just annihilate y'all and then just be done with it. They're not going to get along.
It's going to be like an episode of Traitors.
Yes.
It's going to be like an episode of Traitors. Like people are going to be getting voted off. There's going to be people selling off their children, especially the white people. It's going to be like a regurgitation of what happened in the Epstein files. There's going to be a whole section for just trafficking and using their little children, and I hate to say it, but you know, black people, if you have not gotten your weapons license, if you have not been in these, like, in classes like training, you are going to fall on the wayside, and history is going to repeat itself.
It will.
Right now, black people, we need to be arming ourselves with not only the knowledge, we need to have license to carry weapons, concealed and all that good stuff. Like, it's getting real close
It is.
to that time where we need to be back to back with one another.
Yes.
Because they are coming for us. Because that's what they've been. This whole thing is because we were not supposed to make it out of slavery. Like slavery. We're not supposed to be whole people the way we are now. The fact that literally all of this war is happening because black people did not stay under their shoes is crazy work. It's all about racism and the haves and the have-nots.
Yep.
And white people started this shit. Actually, the European immigrants started this shit.
Yes.
You guys, we love y'all for your war-starting asses. You keep telling on yourselves.
They do. I'm telling you, I tell people, I said they are not going to get along in those bunkers. You're gonna see there's gonna be a secret plan to a secret plan. You talking about the Rothschilds here, that family's been orchestrating wars and stuff since what, the 1600s. They have a lineage of this stuff. Ever since the Dark Ages ended and they got back in power, they've been orchestrating all that stuff. You think they're gonna be ruling? They don't like Chinese people. They're not about to be in a bunker with your ass. And the Chinese already know they got their own shit. I'm telling you, these people are not gonna get along. It's going to be all the worst. Instead of saving our doctors and architects and engineers, it's going to be a bunch of old fat ass white people in here, smelling like wet dog and spoiled milk, in there plotting to kill each other. That's what's going to be happening. And these movies, like American and TV shows, American Horror Story, Apocalypse, it says exactly what's happened. They always turn on each other because you have the most evil people in these bunkers together. Just keeping it real. We're going to close out the show real quick. I'm going to show y'all two things real quick. Since everybody support this war so much, we just want to let you know exactly I usually have a happy video, but I want to show you guys what's actually happening. This is people really coming back in real body bags and stuff. Take a look.
The consequences of this war are real. Why are our sons and daughters coming home in caskets for Israel? I witnessed this coming home to the Bay Area yesterday, and it was so heartbreaking. Why?
And show you this. This guy was actually, he was supposed to be retiring. I want you guys to take a look at this. We'll be right back.
Control to all postal patrols, control to all postal patrols. Be advised, this will be my last radio transmission. Been real. Signing out.
Shit. Wait, so I need a little bit of backstory on like what happened because I didn't see the actual. Wait, your microphone's muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. He was supposed to be coming home.
What? Wait, so
he was supposed to be coming home. That's why he was talking about signing out and all that stuff. And then the war, and then they put him back in. So you dying for coward ass Zionist, Asenaki Jewish Israelis who's hiding in bunkers and dancing and shit and singing and clapping. You're dying for people who is their leader has ran to it was either Greece or Germany, and nobody ain't heard from him in weeks. This is who you're fighting for. You're fighting for a fat ass Trump and his family so they can be protected. Ain't nobody sent none of their family there. All these rich people, they spoiled ass, bougie ass kids is at the house, watching TV, drinking espressos, going to the movies, eating at Ruth Chris, going to a party tonight, while people like this is dying. Let that sink in for a little bit. I'm telling you, you know what? Everybody always talking about Trump's fat ass always talking about these executive orders and stuff. Whoever, we need a real president, because this Gavin Newsom, he's full of shit too. If we ever got a real president to sit there and try these people, I want every single person, MAGA with it, they should all be tried with treason, and it should be the death penalty. I don't care. I said, because you're sitting here fighting for a foreign power, that goes against the Constitution. Are you serious? It's sad, and they don't. And the funny thing is, these people don't even give a fuck. They don't care.
They don't.
That's what they. Oh well, let me go get my kosher food. They don't give a shit about y'all.
They
This is a
really
clean
don't.
example.
You know, it's crazy now just to see the morale of the military just flip from, like, because there were people that were very proud to serve the country or just even to be in the military, and now it's like an embarrassment almost to be an officer or to be a sergeant, like to
Yes.
But something that I think is just really fucked up is that automatically the president of the United States has to be your general, period, point blank. And the fact that that is able to happen without the president having previously served in the military, that is a problem.
Absolutely.
That is a huge problem. Like, to not really understand what it is to be in a service like that. To not only, be serving a country, but to be serving like a group of people that is trying to keep another group of people safe.
Yeah.
It's completely flipped everything on its head, and now it's about war versus protection.
Yep.
And now everybody's he is Satan himself. He has just brought this
He's an evil
entire
person.
world to fight evil. He wants scorched earth.
And they don't care. It was not just that. You know that they are allowing undocumented immigrants to join the military as well, so their families can stay. You didn't hear about that? We did a video the other day, and I was like, "Oh, so you guys like Latinos and Hispanics now?" Got it. I'm telling y'all, have fun with these psychotic ass white folks in this administration, and the Latinos for Trump, and the MAGA for Trump, and all. I'm telling you, because these are some evil people. I think if you believe in it so much, he always writes executive orders. Send the whole MAGA family. I don't care if it's the dog. They got service dogs. Send the dog. Send the insects up. Everybody's suiting up. Send them all. If they believe in Trump's mission and Israel's mission so much, send all y'all asses over there. Grandma too, uncle to all of them. I bet you everything would change then. Because the problem is a lot of their family members is not the ones fighting. They over here eating what Nikki say, Bud Light and bologna and shit. That's what they doing. They don't care about you. But yeah, I want to show that to you because this stuff has real consequences, and these people don't give a shit at all. Trey, who was our cash apps today? I think it was Angela Howard and Claire. Angela Howard and Claire. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the donations. We are still working on that website. We're going to start building our own network. So that's in the process, in the works, and we're going to launch it real soon. Trey, where can they find you at? Anything upcoming, anything exciting?
Okay, so you can find me at Trey Rich Live on the Instagram, and then you can also find me and my partner at Just Like That. There were two. We will be having some relationship advice coming up very, very soon. A lot of live, because people out here in these streets hurt, and we want to spread that. Okay. Yeah, you're streaming Black Boy Joy. Hello? What?
Yeah, it was messing up. It was going in and out.
I'm back. Check. Oh, yeah, you can find me at Trey Rich Live on Instagram, and then me and my partner at Just Like That. There were two. We will be putting out relationship advice as well as doing some lives to talk to you people out in these streets because y'all need love, okay? Make sure you're streaming Black Boy Joy because that is for all of us Black men, Black boys, Black children, just because, the world is real dark right now. We need joy. So make sure you're streaming Black Boy Joy. Love y'all.
And we need to band together. Nikki wanted me to show something real quick. She's been working on an FTP store, so she got some new stuff out. Oh, this is good. So Nikki put this out. She got the bag with Kamala saying, "I told you so."
I'm getting one.
Yes. She got the shirts, the mugs. Yes. Then she got finding. Oh, well, this is good. Finding pedo. We got a lot of merchandise out here. So thank you to everybody that support our FTP store. We got the gravy seals. So she got a lot of new stuff that's out here. Yeah, Nikki's been working. That's why she wasn't on today. She was working really hard on some stuff behind the scenes. But I want to thank all of our donors, all of our supporters, everybody that's helping us with the show. We are trying to build this network because, as you see, this stuff is for real. And we have to, Black people, we on our own. We got to stick together. Even those cool Black people, you just got to let them go. Keep the good ones, let the bad ones go. Other than that, please like, share, and subscribe because it is really, really important. That helps us, especially on social media platforms. Please share our content because we are permanently shadow ban on a lot of stuff. Mostly because they don't like Nikki. So everything Nikki's associated with, they just cancel everybody. So please share her content, share our content. That's how it gets out there. We will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care and see you next time.
Bye now, y'all.
FTP Podcast has partnered with Savage X Fenty. New members get up to 60% off site-wide with Savage X Rewards. Exclusive pricing and discounts on Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin. Access this special offer via our link tree at linktr.ee/FTP Podcast Show. Savage X Fenty, delivered by FTP.
Silk Press Jesus has returned. He's white, historically rebranded, and Grindr approved for Christian comfort. Don't miss your blessing. Order now.
Get on out, get out, get on out. Can't stay on the scene unless you got that green. Whoa! Get out, get on out, get out, get on out. Ice is on that ass, you don't get a fourth chance. Whoa! Get out, get on out, whoa, get out. I didn't vote black, got that ass in back.